Welcome to NEXTGames Star Wars The Old Republic series. This video taking on the Empire Flashpoint, the Black Talon, on the Master difficulty. Now in this video we'll start with going over my gear setup, then I'll discuss the battle strategy for all three bosses, and then I'll show you battle examples for those three bosses, and how you can defeat them on the Master difficulty. So first off, our gear is giving us 110 accuracy, 7.15 alacrity, a 35.33% critical chance, and a 67.72% critical multiplier. Obviously the numbers could be a little bit better with some more gear refining, but I just reached item rating 306, so this is what I have to currently deal with. My armor set is the Descent of the Fearless. For tactical, we're using Hemophilic Slash, and for our relics, we're using Serendipitous Assault and Devastating Vengeance. I also want to point out that several of the NMs have a rage timer of only 1 to 1.5 minutes, making it so that DPS is critical in order to finishing this in time. So if you do not have stats that are at least this level, I would recommend working on those before you attempt this challenge. Now there are 4 bosses in the Black Talon. The first is GXR-5 Sabotage Droid, followed by Commander Gulil, and then Yadirabon is the final boss of Boss 3. There also is a bonus boss that I do not normally kill that is GXR-7 Command Droid. Let's quickly discuss the battle strategies for each of these 4 bosses on the Master difficulty. Now, the first thing you want to remember with the GXR-5 Sabotage Droid, which is the first boss you go up against, is that you want to interrupt full auto anytime he uses it. You also want to stay away from the incoming droids as they will explode after a few seconds of being near you. Also, after the main boss is dead, make sure to stay away from the remaining droids as they will continue to explode even after you defeated him. Now the second boss, Commander Gulil, can inflict some good amounts of damage and his channeled abilities cannot be interrupted, which makes him kind of problematic. However, his biggest challenge is the fact that he has a 60-second rage timer. If he is not beaten in 60 seconds, he rages and will start doing 100,000+ damage per attack, making defeating him after that point pretty much impossible. Now the build I show here usually gets him to about 10 to 20% health right before he rages. You sadly need a bit more DPS than what I'm showing here, or the ability to do damage while on the run, like ranged jobs, to take this one on reliably. When you hear the words, "For the Brental Star," he has raged at that point, and you pretty much know your run is only a few seconds away from being over. Now on the plus side, this is an optional boss. So you can just go ahead and skip him and use the door to the left if you find that you don't have enough DPS to finish him before he rages, such as in my instance. I do go ahead and show you a battle example of what it looks like though, just so that you're prepared. Now the third and final boss is Yadirabon. Now similar to boss 2, Yadira has a rage timer where she will start doing 100,000+ damage per attack. However, her rage timer is closer to 1 minute and 30 seconds. Now even before she enrages, her ability of Cyclone Nova can one-shot you at any time. Once you see the white swirls around her, you need to stop doing your damage and back away from her until they disappear, or you will die instantly when it finishes. She will oftentimes also leap to your companion to do some damage. Use this time to get up a buff, and then get ready to immediately start doing damage once again once she jumps back to you. She will usually rage right before her use of Cyclone Nova number 4, or her 8th jump to your companion. So if you need to buy some time, drop your defense abilities right after her 7th jump to your companion, and that will buy you about an extra 10 seconds to finish her off with those defensive abilities up before she eventually takes you out. This sometimes can be just the amount of time you need to finish off this fight. Now the final boss we're going to discuss battle strategy wise is the GXR-7 Command Droid, which is the bonus boss that on the Master difficulty I normally skip entirely. This is because he's going to randomly target different people, either you or your companion, and use an ability that cannot be interrupted to do considerable damage. So the first time he uses this on your companion, he's going to die, and the first time he uses it on you, you're either going to die, or if you get behind a barrel or some other thing that's going to defend you, it will block those shots, but then you're basically stuck there, because anytime you pop your head out, he's going to start using that auto attack on you again. Now I can envision a few strategies where you would pop out from behind one of those barrels that's defending you, do an attack or two, just a light amount of damage, and then get back behind that barrel before he takes you out. However, this is going to take a really long time to accomplish, and I don't really see much benefit here considering it's a bonus boss. However, if you really wanted to get the clear, that's a strategy I'd probably use if you wanted to take him on solo. Okay, let's go ahead and see what our 3 regular boss battle examples look like. I will not be showing you a battle example of the GXR7 command droid, as I really don't think there's any sense in it. Let's go ahead now and look at the battle examples for the 3 bosses that you will be taking on. Enjoy the runs, everyone.
If you can hear this, please return to the bridge. We need you.
You think you're tough meat? Ah! Part of me was hoping you'd try to board this ship.
You'll be okay, right? Please say yes.
You may run, or you may stand your ground, but you'll go no farther. You aren't going to win this. I swear it. Going to win this. I swear it. You aren't going to win this. I swear it. Going to win this. I swear it.